Yo boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing Mage Rogue, and this Mage turned out to do unhealable damage. So we've played with this Mage before, and this time he just popped off. So first we went for 1950, and then we ended up going for... So this is a 2100 push, so we played with them a while back, and we went to 1950, and then we played again, and we basically went about 15 and 2, and we just destroyed the entire lobby. As you can see, you can watch the damage here. So at first, it doesn't really look like he's doing anything, but then you'll see after he gets his stuff off. Watch them. So I pre-smoke bomb his Hodge, which is good, but also not that great. I'm gonna go for a blind here. He's gonna trinket. We're gonna stun his trinket here, and as you can see, watch their HPs. Their HPs just go down real quick. So as you can see, he didn't kick Frostbolt, instantly died. So from 100 to 0 in about 4 or 5 seconds, just from him spamming Frostbolt. So we win that game pretty easy. And then here's another example of this guy just absolutely doing unhealable damage, and there's nothing they can do about it. We're not in quarter or anything. We're just legit just going in and one-tapping everything. So as you can see, he's already doing 8k a second just casting regular Frostbolts. So he's at 73k right now. He's just popping off. The rogue opens. I cheap shot for the sheep. He doesn't sheep. Instead, he's like, I don't even need a sheep. I'll just pump him. And he dies instantly. So this guy absolutely gets destroyed. They didn't even get a play. Now, if he would have trinketed, or if he would have cloaked, or used the cooldown, they probably would have lived, but they probably thought they were fine. Usually, you don't expect this amount of damage from a Frost Mage. You're like, okay, we can use a cooldown, will be good. This guy goes right through cooldowns. We have a lot of games here that just end in the first opener. Like almost 80% of the games just end in the opener. I have like 2 games in here that actually lasted more than like a minute. So here we're gonna sap, and these guys actually don't play that bad overall. I mean, he gets the wall off, all that. The only problem with this build is it takes a little bit of time, but as you can see, this is through rally, through wall, and he just dies instantly. There's nothing he can do. But once he gets that damage off, it's all over. So at first it's like they don't really see it coming, and then it's just like it just keeps doing big damage. So here this guy actually does a really good play. So these guys end up holding their cooldowns, which is really insane. Like really good for them. So as you can see here, I go to kick I actually pre-evasion his stun, and then I kick blind him. We get a really good play here. Watch the pet sack tank all the damage. So usually he would already be dead, but since pet sack is a non-crits, my guy doesn't get any crits, and that's basically like his build is based around crits. So look at his HP. He just almost dies. We stun him. Now we kill the pet as well. So now, as you can see, the druid's almost just dead randomly. So he has to trank, and then we instantly shadowy duel the hunter before he can do anything. We're gonna blades. We're gonna space out so he can't trap us, and we're gonna symbols step kill. And then my guy just randomly kills the druid. Here is the one close game that we almost had. The only thing with Demo Lock is they can actually double stun, so it's kind of toxic. Here, this guy does the right play. He uses cooldowns and he ends up living. So we don't end up winning in the opener here. We're gonna swap. He actually trinkets my stun into a sheep, so we get double trinket. We get wall every cooldown, and I almost died to the Demo Lock just doing casual big unhealable damage. I actually pumped right there. I think, dude, I actually did unhealable damage myself. I'm not gonna lie about that one. So here I'm kind of just getting combo points, and I kidney here. I almost die. Thankfully I don't. I had to vanish. I don't have food, so my guy forgot to put. He like forgets to put food down, but it's like not a big deal because we don't even like live long enough, or they don't live long enough for when we need it. This is like the one of like 2 games that we actually would have needed food. So I'm starting to wait. I'm waiting for his vital to go. So he doesn't have trinket. I have blades. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna blind the warlock, and then we are going to kidney kill the shaman. And since the shaman has no cooldowns other than swap, unless they're stacking, it's not going to help them. So right now they'd have to be both lining and stacking. He still has swap. He actually walls for no reason, and that's really good for us in our case. So we're still waiting for vital. And then as soon as this wall goes, we're going to open. I think we might open now. No, we don't. So yeah, we wait for the wall, which is really good. We're going to go blind the lock since he's not running a trinket. So we blind him, even though it's relentless, so it's only 6 seconds. We kidney, and he stuns me, which sucks, so we don't get that much pressure in, and he still dies anyway because he has no cooldowns, and goodbye, sir. So these guys played overall really good, but they get taken out, just like everybody else. For the next game here, I think we have a okay. So these guys played not bad at all either. A lot of these guys end up playing not bad, and then my mage just randomly starts doing like 30k a second and just on heal. I don't know. I've never seen a frost mage just be able to pump like this one. So as you can see, I can here, and I trinket into Aurora, which kind of sucks because it doesn't break. I cheap shot him here. So we go Druid here because he Iron Barked the Hunter, and we end up getting double trinket, or we don't get the Hunter's trinket unfortunately, but so this is like the communication that we had because we weren't in disc. So I wanted to go Hunter and get his trinket, but my guy kept going Druid, so I was like, all right. I was like kind of confused on who I want to kill. Because I can kill the druid, but I can also kill the hunter. And I think he knew that we killed the druid. So I ended up blinding him. I didn't know if he was going to break it or not. And we end up getting turtle here. And then I sap off the blind. I could have waited like an extra second. My guy actually does insane by not breaking. He block cancels to keep doing damage. I'm going to resap, and then I'm going to shadowy duel last second. I shadowy duel, and we take him out. So right before he can get an NS heal off, we instantly just shadowy duel kill him. The beautiful shadowy duel, and we take them out. So like getting the extra CC while they're in the turtle, you can actually end up just killing them. And this is another good match to where these guys play not bad. When you're playing as a priest, you really need to go my mage, because if you can go my mage and kick him and then just kill him, if you just spam purge and kill him, and then instantly get his block, because when you go me, by the time my mage gets all of his stuff off, you're kind of toasted. So I actually cheap shot the druid for the ring. We don't ring, so I went for the re-cheap shot. And I was using tricks to trade, so he got 15% more damage. So as you can see on the top right, I have the macro. I actually pre-feint, but since I don't have the, I'm just so used to pre-feinting. He actually almost ends up killing me. I have the cloak before he gets the curing, because I would have died. And I use my Kieran files, and as you can see, I get a huge boost in HP. We get a re-stealth. I'm kind of wanting to go Priest again, so we kin him, we get Trinket here. And now we swap to the Druid instantly, so we get double Trinket, and we've gotten Guardian. So really, we just need one, and we got Survival. So we've gotten every single cooldown from these guys. I do have Trinket Vanish, so in the next stun that he does, I'm going to Trinket Vanish. Says I don't have evasion, so I try to kick the clone, I can't. He blocks, which is kind of questionable, but at the same time, oh well. He needs to spell steal this, but all I can do is cheap shot. So I cheap shot, I blind, and we win the game. He's already at like so low, and we basically just win the game off of it since I have my trinket down. And GG to my guy, bro. G to the G. And then we go Druid out of form just in case he was res, but he's lined, so it's like there's nothing he can do about it. And we end up getting a fresh old W. And we faced a lot of hunters, but this is the one team that I was like kind of confused. I thought it was gonna be rogue mage, and it ended up being a fire mage. This is like by far one of the worst comps you can play. It sucks because mage doesn't do enough damage to actually make it viable with anything else. Because like when you don't have anything stunned, they can just out heal it or use a cooldown and then goodbye to your CDs. So it's like fire mage is like the one thing that you like can't play with a healer with unless it's like maybe like a holy priest. So here we're gonna go druid. He busts on me, so I'm gonna instantly trade cloak, and this guy decides not to trinket, which ends up, costing him the game because I have my trinket down, and as you can see, he dies. Not much you can do about that. That's what happens when you try to hold. Don't hold. If you see me click if you have to trade. So trading, if I trinket you and both of us are on you, you have to trade trinket. That's just how it is. When you don't pre anything, that's just how it's gonna be. So we end up taking him out. This is another game situation where we end up, I think, winning in the opener, I'm pretty sure. So this was another game to where they just didn't know what was coming, and we ended up taking them out. So we faced these guys twice and beat them twice. The last game, which we faced them again, they actually did way better than the first game. They actually ended up surviving, or I think it was the same people. We'll have to see. So here I'm going for the sap. We're looking around. My guy's goal is to 1v1 him, get his stuff ready, and then I'm going to kidney bomb, and then we're going to kill him. Because by the time he gets all of his stuff set up, he's going to be hitting like their HPs for like 20% of Frostbolt, and he's just able to spam them in like 2 seconds. And it's just consistent damage. So I kidney, bomb, he pet sacks, he trinkets. We're going to instantly swap to the druid on pet sack and trinket. So as you can see, my guy's still pumping, and he's still just spamming them frosty bolts. As soon as that ends, watch the dam. So he's already at 20%. I disarm him. My guy, and he actually just ends up dying. So as you can see, he ends up just dying. Nobody needed to be CC'd. He just died. And for the last game here for the 2100 is the same team, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah, same team. These guys played much better this game. I think they just got really unlucky. I actually got really unlucky with my damage in general because he ends up living at like super low HP on my shadowy duel, and I was like, I knew it wasn't gonna be over since the Frost Mage burst lasts for like 50 seconds or something crazy. So I blind here, so we get a really good opener. I cheap shot his trinket, and then we're gonna swap to the druid on his Ironbark because there's no point in going hunter with Petsec and Ironbark. Just not gonna kill it. This guy Tranquilities is kind of questionable. He probably should have saved that, but the hunter decides not to click anything. He's kind of just lining, which is good but bad because it's really hard to line a Frost Mage when he can instant cast you for half your HP. So as you can see, my guy is doing already 400k and it's only been 1 DR. So he's just sitting there pumping. I'm trying to go for the sap on the druid if I can. Unfortunately, we can't. So we're going to open here with a kidney. Cheap shot. He trinkets here. And we end up swapping the druid because he trinketed. He disorients me. I'm not going to shrink. I'm going to hold. And we still have block, so we have double block. And the thing about going mage without a purge is really bad. So they have to go me. If you don't have a purge, you have to go me. So if you can't get the block, you have to go me. Because now he has an extra block left in 20 seconds, and he has a full alter time. So he could alter right now or whenever the next time he starts doing damage, and then he'll have block up by the time. So here I Kenny, this is the one time I just didn't do any damage. Like it just didn't come in handy because of his pet set countered on my dam. And then I get him to 2%. I could have went for the resun, but he would have NS healed. So it's like it didn't really matter. As you can see, he just tops him off with his heal. We end up just killing him with pure damage here, as you can see. We just end up just pumping him. My guy gets a huge sheep off on the druid, and that's what wins this game. And I end up vanishing, shadow striking, GG. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will